So when we are photo reading and we're allowing our eyes to take in all of that printed landscape, 10 million bits a second, it's all going in to the brain and mind. We're processing it. You'll photo read it in 3 to 5 minutes. And so we finish a book maybe in 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or maybe I'll spend an hour and a half. But in the past, I would have taken 10 hours.
As for the terminology, non-conscious and pre-conscious process, you already explained the details. But as for the non-conscious, it is a kind of new. Even when I tried to learn photo reading, and while I read the photo reading book in English version, and I was familiar to subconscious and unconscious, and what is the non-conscious? Because the terminology itself was a little bit new to me. So when I tried to translate the terminology into Korean, I thought again and again, oh, how can I translate this word? Because this word itself was not familiar to Koreans. So could you please explain a little bit more about non-conscious mind compared to or explaining with unconscious mind and subconscious mind?
Okay. If you could imagine a pyramid with a line going through it, maybe midway down the pyramid, that wavy line is a threshold. And in the field of cognitive psychology, we talk about what's above the threshold of conscious processing is supraliminal. It's bigger than the threshold, the limen or liminal awareness. So above the threshold and below the threshold. Below is called subliminal. And subliminal means it's being processed, but your conscious mind doesn't know it. So very often our bodies are responding to information coming in from the side. We didn't even notice we were looking here, but suddenly something in our awareness comes in and we're able to avert a disaster or an accident or something like that. That's being processed outside of my conscious awareness. It's being processed below the threshold of my conscious awareness. So if you understand that, we've got conscious and we've got everything else, right? So our conscious awareness, it can be directed to the past and our present and our thinking and information that's coming in. And below our conscious awareness is everything else. So out of 10 million bits of information, the 40 bits that comes to my conscious awareness comes to me because a deeper part of my brain and mind is looking at 10 million bits and saying, oh, this is important, and oh, this is too. Oh, here, you should get, these are the things you should pay attention to. But it's all being processed outside of my conscious mind's awareness. So in cognitive psychology, we say there's conscious and there's non-conscious. Non-conscious is everything out of conscious awareness. So in another way of thinking of this, David, subconscious, yeah, it's below your conscious. It may be a similar term. Unconscious, yeah, it's not in your conscious. But when we look at cognitive psychology, we say there's layers of unconscious information processing. Some is so deep, so out of awareness, it's very difficult to retrieve it. Some is very close to the surface and very easy to retrieve. So when we are photo reading and we're allowing our eyes to take in all of that printed landscape, 10 million bits a second, it's all going in to the brain and mind. We're processing it. But what we want is our purpose for reading. What do I need to know? And so we rely on the inner mind to bring us to the right page, the right information to fulfill our purpose. So a book that you might take 10 hours to read, you'll photo read it in 3 to 5 minutes. Flip, 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 page a second. Very rapid. However, when you want to know everything that it says, we're going to actively look through the book and get the guidance from the inner mind to bring us to all of the information we need. And so we finish a book maybe in 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, maybe if I'm writing a university paper, maybe I'll spend an hour and a half. But in the past, I would have taken 10 hours, you see. So it's a different approach that allows us to use the full processing power of the human brain and mind.
Thank you for the in-depth explanation.